My magazine's topic was student life. Creating this magazine was a completely rewarding experience that allowed me to improve my skills in several aspects. From selecting the topic to selecting my fonts and images, every step of the way required complete thought and creativity. Not only did I develop a better understanding of what makes a magazine, but I also improved skills like editing and photography. I will admit that at first it was a challenge, but over time things started to make sense and my creative thinking skills began developing. Number one, how does your product use or challenge conventions and how does it represent social groups or issues? My magazine's topic focuses on overall student life and how to balance it in an effective manner. It explores challenges that students face when trying to juggle academics, extracurriculars, relationships, and overall personal well-being. The main purpose of my magazine is to provide relatable experiences and insightful tips or strategies to help students manage responsibilities while also trying to maintain a healthy social life. My product follows typical magazine conventions for this topic. It follows a general but structured layout using headlines, subheadings, articles, and images. Using headlines and subheadings guides the reader to my main points, which were the tips, which also makes the content easier to understand. My magazine also features school-related items, such as computers and books. It represents social groups by detailing the difficulties of trying to balance a school and social life. It also represents social groups by mentioning students who could be extremely busy at home or in school, or get anxious or overwhelmed easily. This representation shows readers who feel this way that it is not only completely normal and acceptable, but that there are other people feeling the same way. This way, not only does my magazine provide advice, but also support and a guide on how to navigate life. Number two, how does your product engage with audiences and how would it be distributed as a real media text? My product engages with audiences by featuring eye-catching colors, such as a bright blue or red, which almost immediately draw attention to my magazine. These bright colors immediately make my magazine stand out and attract viewers. My magazine also engages with my target audience by featuring relatable content, such as school events, study tips, and simple, quick meals that fit into a very busy schedule. These elements featured in my magazine are both useful and relevant, which encourages my audience to return for more inspiration and advice. In my spread, I included 3 different ways that readers could manage a healthy and balanced life, which acknowledges that many students struggle with stress and time management. This content is relatable to students who might be stressed out or overwhelmed with school activities and handling various tests. By providing simple tips, my magazine aims to better support students in maintaining their well-being. Whether it's a tip based on time management or stress release, or both, insights from someone students can relate to helps these students feel better about their situations. When considering how to advertise my magazine, I think it is highly unlikely that my target audience would search for this magazine in random shops, like a grocery store. Instead, I truly think that my magazine would get more purchases and would grow an even bigger audience if it were placed in locations that were school or study related, such as libraries, colleges, high schools, cafes, and bookstores, which are all places where students usually spend their time. Additionally, it could also be distributed as a digital magazine by being shown or advertised on a study website, such as Quizlet or Quizlet, which many students use for studying. Another way my magazine could be advertised is as a digital or mail subscription, very similar to the New York Times. A subscription could include exclusive content or additional study resources for subscribers. Number 3, how did your production skills develop throughout this project? Designing this magazine allowed me to significantly improve my layout and design skills. Throughout the process of creating my magazine, I was able to gain a better understanding of creating visually appealing pages. For example, I learned the importance of using pictures with the same filter or colors and how to organize text to not make the page look as full. Past the designing skill, I was also able to develop stronger research skills and writing techniques. I learned how to gather and interpret information more efficiently, which ensured that the information I was using was both accurate and engaging. I was also able to edit content to maintain a professional and educated tone. Photography and editing were crucial parts of my magazine, which allowed me to improve my skills in both of these areas. My photography and image editing skills also progressed while completing this magazine. Improving this skill played a key role in the appeal and the final step of my magazine. Creating my magazine allowed me to grow in multiple creative and technical areas, which strengthened my ability to create and design. Number 4. How did you integrate technologies, software, hardware, and online in this project? In this magazine, I incorporated many different technologies and softwares. To take my pictures, I used my iPhone 12 Pro Max camera and the different photo settings, mostly exposure, contrast, and warmth, to edit. Using my phone and its settings was extremely simple to do, since I was already extremely familiar with taking pictures and editing them on my phone. To edit my pictures, not only did I use my iPhone settings, but also an app called Canva. My iPhone was very simple to use. At first, I did have to search up a tutorial on how to properly edit my pictures, but I got the hang of it very quickly. I used Canva to add black and white filters, colored filters, etc. to see how it would look, but I didn't end up keeping any of these. I stuck to using my iPhone camera filters. Canva was very easy to use, and I was able to blur the background on some of my pictures easily. For my table of contents and spread, I used Canva and Word to complete them. Canva allowed me to look at different templates and fonts. It was extremely easy to work with, and I was able to try many different templates or fonts to finally decide on the ones I liked the most. I changed the template for my table of contents around 4 times, so Canva was very useful for finally deciding on one. It had a variety of templates, which gave me the option to try different ones to see which one I liked the most. Additionally, Word was very useful for my spread. I used the editor feature to catch any spelling or grammar mistakes I could have made. All in all, I strongly believe completing my magazine improved many of these skills, ranging from technology to editing to photography. Throughout the entire process, I was able to enhance images, create a spread, and structure content in a way that would engage my target audience. The technologies I used were very simple and familiar to me, which made the process a whole lot easier. Since I was already extremely comfortable with my devices, I was able to focus on more important aspects of my magazine, such as designing my spread. Beyond the technical aspects of my magazine, my ability to create content and engage the audience was also strengthened. Overall, I truly feel more comfortable and confident in creating high quality and engaging content.